Hi everyone, it's Felicia with Bible Scraps, and happy Valentine's to all of you out there, to you and to yours. It is the day of love. But it's so hard to talk about Valentine's without talking about the author of love, right? And so just be encouraged, you all out there. If you don't have a date today, if you don't have someone who says, I love you, just know that you have a Father who loves you beyond words. I know Shaka Khan sang the song, I feel for you, but he feels for you in ways unimaginable. Be encouraged to know that you are loved today, you are thought about today, you are not forsaken today. Now, if I find this piece, I'm going to link it in my description box. It is a letter from God that I wrote some years back when I was still single. I'm married now. And it was such an encouraging word to myself and to so many. And so if I could find that link, I am going to put it in the description box. But if I can't, be encouraged to know that God loves you in ways you can never think or imagine. Now, I want to share with you all a super easy and fun masculine card that you can make for the men in your life. And I'll show you the card, and then I'll show you the materials that I used. Now, there is a stamp die company called Casual Fridays, and they have a stamp that I have been eyeing for over a year. Just never picked it up. I think it's called the Player's Card, but I could be wrong, but it's a stamp set pertaining to playing cards. And because I'm on the Crafter's Crusade, I'm doing things a little bit differently, trying to replace items and recreate things that I see. And so I have been wanting to make a player's card. I'm going to call this a player's card for a long time. And I thought, let me make my husband one for Valentine's. So this is what you're looking at. It's what I came up with. It was easy to make. It is clean. It's fresh. And it's masculine, though you see those hearts in the center, right? Very nice. I just love it. And on the inside, I kept with the same theme. And I have these two hearts here. And you probably can't tell, but I typed this letter out using my typewriter. And I know it has mistakes, but that's okay. Absolutely love it. And the back, I just kept it simple with the die cut. Two die cuts of a heart, and life is good. This is my card, everybody. It was easy to make. It was quick to make. Let me show you how I started. Okay, so I did not make an envelope for this card because I am using one of these envelopes that you could pick up at Target. Not sure if they're still available. They came in different colors. I saw the gray and fell in love with it. Look at that. It already has an area for the return and send addresses. I'm going to put that in there. And I know it's oversized, but he could put whatever cards that he get in, not just this year, but next year. So super cute. Okay, so I used Google Images as inspiration. I typed in plain card heart 4 and got a bunch of different examples of playing cards. And so I found one. I actually lost the one that I used for inspiration, but it's here somewhere. Can I find it? Can I find it in time? Oh, here. This one. So I liked that one. And that is the one I used as my inspiration. So cute. But there's so many designs you can choose from. Now, I chose the number 4 because my husband and I, we have been married for 4 years. I could have went with number 5 because this would be our 5th Valentine's together. But I like the design of 4. So I went with this one. And you can see that I did mine a little bit differently. I added this border here. And this one doesn't have a border. So it's totally customizable. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to leave that. No, I'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so what I did to get started. So to get started, I'm using an 8.5 by 11-inch piece of nice sturdy cardstock. This is by Paper Tray Inc., but use whatever you have. Recollections, they have a nice quality cardstock, but whatever you have, you could use that. And I'm using my Martha Stewart scoring board, and I score down the center. If you don't have a scoring board, do it the old-fashioned way. Fold it in half and use something to burnish your edges. And then I've taken my crocodile corner chomper and I rounded all 4 corners. Once again, if you don't have this, just use a punch. Use whatever you have. Now, this card had to be easy. I'm not into centering, though I probably should be. So I eyeballed most of this. I started off with the placement of my hearts. And these hearts might look familiar to you because I picked those up at Target. I love those. Target dollar spot. I got 25 in a pack for $1. So what I did, and I'm not going to do this here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stamps to make this one real fast. By the way, I am using this stamp set here. It's by Martha Stewart. I don't know if it's available. I got this way back when. Way back when Michaels used to showcase her new items for the seasons. Now they have their own brand. And so I just love it here. And sorry, I don't have the name, but this is what I'm using. But use whatever you have. For these hearts, though, I use good old Pop Dots. And I use the smaller Pop Dots because I did have to replace or remove hearts and put them somewhere else. And the smaller dots, well, if I had to use the big ones, I would have tore. You can see here, that's kind of tore there. The big ones would have been a disaster. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my heart. And I just love this design because you can make a card for your hubby, for your son, your father, and use the same concept, but they all come out looking different. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera a little bit. So I'm eyeballing, right? So I know it's not going to be perfect because I'm like off-centered at a weird angle here. But you can use your stamps. You don't have to have dimension if you don't like. And check that out. So cute. And if I want to, I could put something in the center of that. Now, keeping with the player card theme, you need to have a number. The number you choose depends on how many Valentines that you have had together. You create your own card. Once again, for me, it's been 4. And so I use this stamp set by Recollections. It's still available. It has letters and it has numbers, and that's what I used. So I'm using these small blocks. I got these years ago. They came with stamps that I purchased, tiny stamps. And once again, I'm going to eyeball. Real easy. Turn it upside down. But you don't have to because it's customizable. And so it's starting to look like that, right? Okay. And then they have a heart underneath the number. And this set here, I have different hearts to choose from. The larger hearts have matching smaller hearts. You could choose the same design. You know what? In this case, I am. But for my card, well, I didn't use stamps for my card. So I could, you know, let me switch the color up. Just place the heart underneath. You could have it directly underneath, or you can have it off-centered a little bit. Right? I like it. So super cute. And then what you do, you keep the same design if you want on the inside. You don't have to, of course. Now, to create this border, this is the only masking that I did. I mean, I could just stamp the side, but my border stamp was too long. And so, no, I don't mask it right there. My border stamp was too long, so I had to mask it off. And this is the border here. It comes from the same set. I got different borders down there. And I actually cut this one because it was connected to another one. And let's see. I'll show you how the masking helps. Actually, this is not the one I use. This one is too short. But just do that. And I won't do the other side. But you do that, you have your masking tape long enough, and you stamp the other side, and then you'll get perfect borders on either side. So for the inside, I just used my Spellbinders dies, and I didn't do any embossing. Once again, I typed my husband a little love letter, and you guys can read that. I left my mistakes. Hey, if it's handmade, it can have mistakes. That's what makes it unique, right? And then I used a white ink pad to stamp some. You know what? I did use another stamp set. This one came from Martha Stewart, and I just, because I typed this letter here, I used a typewriter and just added some other designs there. Now, where is that stamp set? I love this one here. Got that one from Amazon for about 11 bucks. It's all wood. And once again, I'll put a picture here of me and my hubby. And on the back, I just kept it simple with a die cut of a heart and a die cut that says life is good. And you could use your electronic die cutting machines for that. Super cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I wanted to quickly show you guys some items that I recently picked up at Joann's. I'm showing you these because these are like basically sold out at my two stores in this blessed design. Now, these are travel accessories. Check out the makeup bag. And then you get 2 luggage tags. And then you get this one. And they were $6 a piece, but of course, if you use your coupon like I did, I saved 50%, so they were $3 a piece. Super duper cute. Now they have these not just in blessed, they have them in other phrases and other colors, like my goodies was in orange. They had one that said choose happy. Choose happy, I think that was yellow. They had one that said something like eat, sleep, shop, repeat in another color. And so they have different phrases and different colors available. If you want the blessed, well, my store, they're basically sold out. I got the last 2 of these. They did have several more of these and a couple more of these. The only things I didn't pick up was the journal because I couldn't find the journal. And it was a nice lined, hardback covered journal. That was also $6. But my stores, they didn't have the one that said blessed. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, know that God loves you not just today, but He loves you every day and all day. And as always, blessings.